Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about leave it. Leave it is a very important obedience command. It means for the dog to break away or look away from any distraction and look their handler in the eye. So that's the end product of it. The beginning stages of leave it, there's a lot of moving components. You've got a bunch of different things that you're going to be doing at once to encourage the dog to break away from a distraction and look up at you. So it's really a kind of a gold standard reaction to have a dog break away, look away from any distraction at any time. So there's a fair amount of encouragement that we're going to be giving the dog in the beginning to help him learn to make that eye contact. So when you practice leave it at home, you want to find a straightaway. You're going to set up the distraction, put a distraction on the floor, and then practice that way. So as much as you possibly can, I want you to set up this activity instead of choosing to do leave it naturally, say, when you encounter something on a walk. So make sure that you are deliberately setting something up, putting something on the floor to walk past instead of going outside and then choosing to use it outside. That can come later, but in the beginning stages, you want to make sure that you're finding a distraction, putting it on the floor, and then walking past using all the encouragement. So when you're walking past the distraction on the floor, it's important to note that you don't want to bring the dog up to the distraction. You want there to be a certain amount of distance from the distraction. When you walk right up to the distraction, the dog more often than not is just going to lunge towards whatever's on the floor, and you don't want that. Ideally, you want the dog to look at whatever's on the floor and then be encouraged to give you eye contact afterwards. So the best way to do that is to walk past parallel, but at maybe five foot distance at least. If you need more distance, depending on the distraction, good boy, bud. Depending on the distraction, feel free to add more distance. All right, so the encouragement that we're going to be using in order to get the dog to give us eye contact are three things. All right, you've got a food lure, so you've got your piece of kibble. Make sure you get your piece of kibble out before you start to walk past the distraction. All right, I'm also going to be telling him the verbal command. I'm going to be jingling the leash very gently, just so that it's moving his tags, and I'm also giving him the kissy noise. So I'm giving him a lot of encouragement in order to give me eye contact. So I'm going to do this a couple times for you. We've got a food bowl distraction right there on the floor. Notice how I'm going to walk parallel, and I'm going to use the verbal command. I'm going to say it once, encourage him until he gives me the eye contact, and then I'm going to give him the treat. So, okay. Vegas, let's go. That boy, we're approaching it. Oh, leave it. Good boy. Nice job, buddy. Let's see. Hold on. Let's try to do that again. Really want you to. That boy. Really want you to focus in on the jingling of the leash and the kissing noise. So again, I'm going to walk by, but I've got my treat lure to start. Vegas, let's go. Leave it. Good boy. As soon as he gives me eye contact, I'm going to give him a treat. Oh, you dropped it. There you go. He has a little practice with this, but expect a younger dog to be much more interested in a food bowl than what you just saw with him. So it is natural, especially in the beginning stages, that you are going to have to walk past the distraction for an extended period, maybe like 10, sometimes 15 feet, encouraging the dog until they give you the eye contact. The important thing to note is that you say leave it once, encourage, 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 eye contact, good boy, good girl, and then give them the treat. So again, that jingle noise can kind of show you up close and personal what all three components look like. Leave it, good boy, and he's giving me the eye contact, I'm going to give him a treat. So that's what you're going to do while moving. We always want you to do this while moving to start, and then we'll add in stationary leave it. That's way down the road. So again, a lot of moving components to this one. Let me know what your questions are.